Hey everyone, my name is Ashley and welcome to my first video. This is kind of filled out already because I kind of fumbled a little bit when I was talking and I had to start over, but I didn't want to, you know, get a new piece of paper or anything. Um, Basically, I am just going to break down my paycheck for August, my second paycheck. Um, and I will just try to explain things as I go. Um, I start with my income, as you can see, which is $1,048.44. Um, this is only my income. I don't include my husband's because we have separate bank accounts. And also, when I get into the bills, he pays some of the bills, I pay some of the bills, so I'm not going to include every single one that we have into my budget because I'm only budgeting for my money. Then after I see what my income is, I go into the bills. And for bills, we're going to start with subscriptions. And I already have half of the money saved up for September's payment for all of my subscriptions. So this is going to be pretty much the other half. That way I'm not having to put all of the money aside for my subscriptions into one paycheck. I don't know if that's making any sense to you. If you have any questions, you can leave them in the comments below and I'll try my best to explain them. Okay, so for subscriptions, $25.11 would be how much I'm putting towards my subscriptions, which would be about half of what it would cost for the entire month. My subscriptions include Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, and Stitcher, which is where you listen to podcasts. After subscriptions, we've got our utilities, and I know that my utilities bill that's coming up is $250 right on the nose, like $250 even, and I've already got $120 saved, so I need to put in $130. Do you see what I'm doing, y'all? Does it make sense? The next bill that I have is for our grass. We pay someone to come out and mow it. We pay them $40 each time. And normally I would only put $40 into lawn care for each paycheck, but there was like an extra Friday in July, so I ended up being short, so I'm trying to make up for that. So I'm putting in $80, but normally it would be $40. Next would be Chase, which is my credit card, and I don't have any like real bad credit card debt. Chase is my only credit card, and I just like to use it a few times a month just to get points. I always pay it off when it's due, so I never have any interest charged to it or anything. I'm going to be putting $38.35, which is added to what I put towards it on my last paycheck. So it ends up being I'll have like $97 and some change saved up to pay off my Chase card in September. The last bill that I'm going to be budgeting for this paycheck is Verizon, which would be $107. I usually put in $107 each paycheck because my bill is $214. There's also another bill that I usually fund, and that is my car insurance, but it just happened to work out to where I didn't have to put any money into it. Like I've already got the money saved up for the next bill that's due, if that makes sense. So I'm not going to put any more money towards it this paycheck. So then after I do that, I'm going to go total all of these up. So we have $380.46. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract that number from what I brought in, which will leave me with $667.98 to do other things with. The next thing that I'm going to go to is I'm going to put cash, which is just, my cash envelopes. The first one that I have is going to be gas, and $20 lasts me 2 weeks. I only drive to work and I live like less than 10 minutes away, so $20 for 2 weeks usually does just fine, unless I plan on driving somewhere else, which I don't really do. I'm really more of a homebody. I don't really go anywhere. Next, we have got groceries. And the thing about groceries is I've noticed that I always go over, not a ton, but I do always spend all of the money that I put in. I usually put in $100 for 2 weeks. And I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but I also don't budget my husband's money in, and sometimes he'll go buy dinner, sometimes he'll pick up something to cook dinner. So yeah, I don't really put too much because I really don't spend that much. Anyways, I'm gonna bump it up to $125 and just see what happens. Next would be my cat. I'm going to put $20 in for him. That is just for cat litter or cat food. Usually I don't have to buy them both in the same 2 weeks. Usually I can get cat litter one paycheck, and then the next paycheck I need to get cat food. Sometimes it does land in the same, and if it does, I end up going over. But what I'm going to start doing is rolling that money over, because I'll just get into it whenever I stuff my cash envelope. It also has a separate sinking fund envelope that I put money in every paycheck to go towards vet visits, and if there's anything that's not really essential for him that I want to buy him, like, a cat toy or just something for him. I want to treat him with something. Or what I might do is the money that I have left over, like if I don't use the whole $20, the money left over, I think I'm going to start rolling it into the sinking fund instead of rolling it back into this envelope. That might be what I do. I don't know yet. Next would be dining out. And look, I'm gonna just be real honest with y'all. I eat out a lot. So does my husband. We work 2 completely different schedules. I'm on 2nd shift. He's on 3rd shift. And it's just not fun to cook food for yourself when you're home alone. And I'm gonna put dollar signs on these because it's bothering me. I'm sorry if it was bothering you. And I was putting 100, and just like in groceries, oh my gosh, I sound like I eat a lot. I do. Just like in groceries, I was putting 100, and I'm gonna bump it up to 125. I'm just gonna see what happens because I usually go over. After dining out, we've got allowance, which I usually would give myself like $20, but I've decided to bump it up to $30 because I go over and I end up, dipping into other envelopes, or I dip into the small cushion that I have in my bank account. So I'm bumping it up. I'm bumping it up a little bit. And then the last one is household, which I've been tempted to just combine it with my groceries, because usually when I buy anything for household, it's while I'm out buying for groceries. I usually put 20 in there. I have bumped it up to 30 just because, things that are not food are expensive. So I'm going to total that up right now. And the total for that is going to be $350. And y'all, I do apologize. I intended to make these totals line up on the same line, and I messed up. But you know what? I'm not perfect. Didn't claim I was. So we're just going to run with it, even though it really is making my eyes hurt. I don't like it. Okay. So I know that I had, after my bills, I had $667.98 left. If I subtract $350, and then I have $317.98. Okay, so last is sinking funds, which is my favorite thing to fund because it's just nice to watch those grow. I've got these listed in alphabetical order, so I don't know why, because I didn't list any of these in alphabetical order, but you know. It's not sinking funds on here. Okay, so the first one is going to be anniversary, which is also the same, well, not the same, but I also use that to fund mine and my husband's birthdays, because we really don't do anything. It's very rare that we get each other anything like real big and expensive. We usually just will go out to eat, which is, you know, can't really do that right now, but that's what we usually do. So I just combine them together. And anniversary is going to be getting $20, and that is usually more than I stuff for a paycheck, but our anniversary and my husband's birthday are both in September, so just trying to add a little bit more than usual. Next would be that sinking fund I told you was for my cat. I usually put $10 every paycheck. So I guess maybe it'll be $10 plus whatever's left over. Maybe. Okay. Next, we've got car maintenance. And I am way overdue for an oil change, I tell you what. I don't usually wait this long after it's supposed to be done, so I may be going Saturday. I might go Saturday and get it done. We'll see. Anyway, so for car maintenance, I'm going to be putting $15 in. And then next we've got clothing, and you know, I'm really not that big of a shopper when it comes to clothing. I just don't really care to go clothes shopping. I wear the same clothes all the time. I'm going to be putting in $10, which is more than I usually would, but we're going to the beach in a couple of weeks, and I do want to get a couple of outfits. We're only going for a couple days, so just need one or two new pairs of shorts and shirts. Next, we've got entertainment, which I have just recently added this one. It's getting $10. I might need to move y'all up a little bit because I am going to run out of room. Okay, next will be gifts, which is for pretty much anyone else besides me and Daniel. And I'm going to be giving, how much am I? $10. And that sinking fund is completely depleted because between Mother's Day, Father's Day, and birthdays in the summer and August, all the money's gone from there, so I really need to start building that back up. So it's going to get $10. Next will be holidays, which is any holiday besides Christmas, just because Christmas is a thing on its own. It's just more expensive. For holidays, I'm going to be giving $5. Next will be household. And the same thing with my cat's envelope. I may roll over household cash envelope money into this. Oh, sorry. As well as what I'm going to put into it. And I'm only going to be putting in $5 to that. Next would be house maintenance. So, you know, repairs and whatnot. House maintenance is going to get $10. Okay, after house maintenance, we've got medical. And medical is going to be getting $10. This is for co-pays, medicine, stuff like that. After medical, we're going to have okay, this is a new one that I've just recently added, and it's self-care. And I feel like it can also be like a beauty kind of, I don't know. I've been trying to work with my hair and trying to find some, it's a whole thing, but anyways, it's there for me to get things for my hair, maybe get haircuts, also for I'm going to get my toes done before I go to the beach, that kind of stuff. I'm putting $20 into it, and that's just because I'm going to go to the beach. And I've already got a little bit of money in there, so should be enough for me to get them toesies done. After self-care, we've got vacation, and, you know, if we weren't going to the beach, I probably would only put like a few dollars in here, but we are going to the beach, like I've just said like 4 times, and I'm going to be putting $20 in there. After vacation, I've got work, which would be if I need new shoes for work, if I need to get more scrubs for work, if my husband needs some shirts for work, that kind of stuff. I'm going to be funding $10, and I do need to get a new pair of scrubs because I got to wear the same color every day, and I got 4 sets of scrubs, and I need 1 more to make 5, so I can like just wash my scrubs on the weekend. I'd be struggling that one day where I've used up my last pair of scrubs and I gotta do the laundry. Okay, after work, my last one is Christmas, and that is going to be getting, how much is it going to be getting? $25. Oh, you guys. Okay, I was trying to figure out why my bills equaled $380, and I was like, I wrote these numbers out, but I'm a mess. I'm a mess. Let's just be real. The reason why this didn't line up is because I was supposed to add another bill right here, and it's our pest control, and I'm gonna be putting $17 into that. Okay. I knew I was gonna mess up this bad at some point. So let me fix this real quick. Okay. This number, hold on. Let me just do some fixing real quick. This number looks more like what I had already wrote down. $397.46. So if I would have realized that I wrote that down wrong, this would have been here with this. You see what I'm saying? Okay, this is going to total, how much? $180. Okay, so after I subtract all these numbers from my income, it's $120.98, and that is going to go towards savings, I may leave a little bit of it in my bank account as a cushion, not all of it. I really don't need to leave that much in there because, oh y'all, I will spend it. This $120, I do have to make up for the difference that I spent. I don't know how to explain this. Like, I have a cushion in my bank account, and I kind of spent a little bit, and when I say a little bit, I mean like less than $20 over what my cushion was, which kind of came out of the money I had put aside for bills. So this right here is going to kind of pay that back. It's going to give me a little bit more of a cushion, and then I haven't decided how much I'm going to move towards more savings. I will, but it just takes me looking at my looking really in depth at my checking account, which I just don't want to do on here because that just sounds so boring. Not for me. I love to budget and I love looking at my numbers, but just I feel like getting that in depth and me having to like pay back the boo-boos that I did for, you know, overspending in my cushion, like, you know, that's shameful of me. I shouldn't have done that. But anyways, this video, I can already tell, was super long. I hope you got through it. If you didn't, I promise I mean, you're not watching it because you didn't get through it, but I promise to the people who did get through it, I'm going to do better. I'm going to do better. Oh, just one more thing. I'm sorry. I do have an Etsy shop. No pressure if you just wanted to check it out. All I do is sell cash envelopes. I will show, you know, the kind of envelopes that I sell in my cash envelope videos, or in the video that I'm gonna film, but just wanted to let you know. I will link it down below, and yeah, that's all I got. Hope y'all have a great rest of the day, whatever's going on for you right now, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video if you made it this far. Alright, goodbye!